Okay guys, well I thought it was time for a Ragnarök Cometh update since we have had some X-ray flux. We've seen 3M flares in the last 24 hours, 2 of them being long duration, and then on the 29th we've all seen another long duration flare, all M classes. So we are getting active on the sun once again, and we're going to see that playing out in the environment with severe weather, also political, emotional. All of this will be playing out because of these energy transfers that we're having with our star, because that's basically what we're doing. We're locking on and transferring energy, and we're being supercharged up, and all of this energy is being dissipated through terra firma and our atmosphere and basically Mother Earth and us. We're all being charged up. And so this is now going to play out within the environment within the next week or two. You'll see more severe events, more severe flooding, cyclones and storms, and all of those events that happen when we have this energy transfer. And in the terra firma, we see it with the volcanoes and we see it with earthquakes. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more volcanoes erupting from this. So we'll keep an eye on that. So we've already got a cyclone over here in Madagascar. We've got 2 forming along the coast of Australia, and as they become more formed I will do some more stories and keep up to date with those. But yeah, we've got this one heading here for Madagascar, and the ones that are off the Australian coast look to be going south more. So I do even think that Brisbane and the Gold Coast need to be on, you know, alert for cyclones this season, and the Gold Coast needs to understand that they have had cyclones there before that have done heaps of damage. 1950s, just go and do some, you know, investigating into that. So don't become complacent. If you are down in those areas, there hasn't been a cyclone for a long time, but there is a potential for them. So just be aware. Right, over in the UK, you've got earthquakes. Okay, now, I know they try and put these down to fracking, and even though fracking's not doing Mother Earth any favours, this is bigger than fracking, and this area is a very highly significant area when it comes to energy. This is why you see crop circles there and all of these monuments there. There's a definite importance to these areas when it comes to the energy. That's why all the temples were there. All the Greeks built their temples there before the Romans came along and ripped them down, and it's very important, this area, energy-wise. So yes, I do think that you are going to start seeing the energy play out a lot more in the physical environment, and this is why you're seeing these quakes, and you'll probably see a lot more events. So just be aware of that as well. And don't just think it's fracking, because, you know, again, it's mankind trying to think that it's them that are in control of the situation at all times, and they're not wanting to understand that they're governed by larger influences. I mean, much larger influences. Orion and, you know, galactic core influences that we are yet to fully understand. But it's all part of a larger cycle, 26,000 year cycle that we exist in. And this is why we see these huge, you know, shifts throughout the timeline, even 13,000 years ago, halfway through the cycle. And that is because we are governed by larger influences, and certain areas will feel these influences because of their energy and just the way the geology is in the area. But yeah, so if you're seeing these, just be aware that you will, you know, keep seeing more of it. It will not stop. It will just tell you that this is the beginning, and Mother Earth is warning you that more is coming. It's just building towards a tipping point. Yeah, we've got these swinging lamps, the wind over in the UK as well. And the guy on the video says that he's never seen anything like this before. So, again, seeing lots of disturbance, energy disturbance. And so you need to be prepared because, you know, the UK, I think, are quite complacent because they are used to this cold weather. They actually are quite complacent about it and think that they've got it handled, and then they're not really that ready for a blizzard that may set in for a week or 2 weeks. I mean, we just don't know what we're dealing with. The models are just changing so quickly. This is why when they called the historic storm for New York City and Boston, this was because their models did not actually predict what the weather and the environment is doing. They can't use their models accurately, and you will actually start to see that all of these weather models are very inaccurate now. I watch a lot of these cyclone chasing channels, and they are very, you know, tied to the way the weather systems have always worked and using those models, and they are rarely correct with their predictions. And this is because the models are changing very, very quickly. Now we have this so-called UFO video. And again, unidentified flying object doesn't automatically mean alien. And it's not a disc, it's actually an incoming object. And these types of objects, whatever they are actually comprised of, when it does come in through the atmosphere, they tend to have a twin tail, and then they will actually split, and then they will just dissolve into the atmosphere and burn up. But this isn't the first time I have seen these incoming objects and seen them have tails like this. And this just shows me that we will probably see more of the same events that we saw in 2011, because this is the last time I saw an object very similar to this was in 2011, and that was a man in Melbourne spotted this 2 days in a row, which meant that it was a large object that was coming towards our planet, and we were seeing it from a distance moving towards us with 2 huge flaming tails. And so I will put his video underneath, and you can have a look at the full raw footage of him capturing this object. But we did see more than just this object. They were seen over Brazil quite a bit, and also I think there were a few seen over the Middle East as well. But there are some videos you will find on YouTube of people filming these. So yeah, don't suck up the alien stuff, okay? They're really pushing the alien stuff, and it's all the Project Bluebeam. And, you know, Ragnarök approaches, and that means on all levels, even the esoteric information, the occult information that pertains to mankind. So the changes within mankind are also part of Ragnarök, and factoring in their agenda to use this disinformation about glowing aliens and aliens, you know, actually being a factor in our future. I mean, it is just not showing in the evidence that anything that Hollywood has shown us about aliens can be confirmed. It's just what they say, and it just does not confirm itself. And even now when they say UFO, and I'm seeing people, you know, trying to report it with that angle, you know, and that fear angle, it's just, it really is unbelievable that so many people have been convinced to believe that there's aliens that have built the pyramids, and that they're really so brainwashed into that mindset. It just absolutely astonishes me that people have been so easy to take that story, remove the greatness from within mankind, and look to this external influence. You may as well be looking to Jesus coming through the fucking clouds if you're looking to UFO aliens building ancient civilizations and returning. So you really have to go seek the truth and the information so you understand that, yes, there is an element of life in the universe, but it is not the way that we've been programmed by Hollywood to perceive these spaceships coming to Earth, and they may be a threat to us. And they did not come here to build civilizations. Divine man built the civilizations. And, as I said, we all consciously expand, and the summer and winter on the galactic scale happens on all the life form in our galaxy, not just us on planet Earth. There is other life form that attaches itself to the galactic core that is also going through a summer and a winter. So that's why you should go seek the correct information about the factor with other life in the universe, rather than just what Hollywood and these other people tell you to believe with this rubbish about aliens and UFOs. And they're also creating a mindset of fear and using it for an agenda, because there is Project Bluebeam and they do have an agenda with this alien propaganda, and all of it is going to actually culminate to something. So just be prepared for that. This is why all of this Mars rubbish exists, and this conquering of Mars now, and colonizing Mars, and having people actually believing that mankind could even do that. I mean, seriously, over-exaggerated opinion of themselves, mankind, and what they can actually achieve. They can't even make it off this planet. They have not been to the moon, and they have not been to Mars. So really, mankind better just start smartening up and understanding their place in the universe, and it's not on top of the pecking order governing everything, nature and influences around them, which is what they actually believe. And then there's other life, that's going to actually descend and create a negative outcome for mankind. They've actually made them believe that that is a possibility, and it's not. It's just Hollywood. The only possibility is that we are at the end of a cycle, and we're going to keep seeing these changes. We're going to keep seeing these coming in. So I will put that underneath the video, and you can check it out, because this is what we're seeing. The return of these incoming objects. So I think we'll be seeing skyfalls of these. Yeah, I think that will eventually be the case. So keep an eye on that one, and keep your eyes on the skies for seeing these. I've even seen one falling into the ocean when I was down along the coastline a couple of years ago. Saw one fall out of the sky, and it was, pretty full on. It happened quickly, so I couldn't, take any footage of it, but it's all been occurring in the last 4 years. They have definitely picked up, and you can see data to back that. So, yeah, just keep watching that one. Okay, just looking at the UK weather warnings. Scotland, seems like you're in the, brunt of it. The UK and different places, you are going to feel this cold snap. Again, don't be complacent. I know that you guys are used to the cold, but seriously, we're going to start seeing these ice snaps. Check out what's happening in Siberia at the moment. They're actually freezing so badly that the water pipes are all bursting and coming up to the surface, and then that's freezing all the cars where they are, like up to their doors, in water, and then it's frozen solid. And that is going to start happening in other places. Yeah, you've got snow over there in New Mexico again. Okay, again. So yeah, it's not so rare anymore. It just seems to be happening all the time. So everybody, as I said, that can get these severe events, if they can occur in your area, then definitely prepare for them, because it's just unpredictable. They can just, appear out of anywhere, and you'll have to deal with it. So just always be prepared for that outcome. Well, that's about it, guys. I think I've pretty much covered most of it. Just wanted to show you, what's been going on. Also, just because that New York blizzard didn't actually, follow the models, don't let your guard down. You guys have a potential to have these polar vortexes come through, and they'll just snap freeze everything. When a really good one comes through, they will snap freeze everything in its path when it comes through. It's just like this big, vortex of cold, snap frozen air moving down, and anything it touches just freezes upon impact. Okay, so just be aware of that. These events will eventuate. It's just a matter of when, and it looks like, things are definitely accelerating. Okay, well, I will keep you up to date too about these cyclones off the Queensland and New South Wales coast, if they do actually eventuate to be a threat. But yeah, people over there, I would be actually starting to prepare if this is coming your way, because we're going to see more of these whipped up by this latest energy flux, and probably even the storms that we have already, maybe even supercharge some more and giving them a bit more, juice to get them going even stronger. So just be prepared for that too. Okay, well, I'll leave it there, and I'll put everything underneath the video, and as always, peace out.